Anything else you noticed, Miss Detective?
Don't mock me, Sonny. You're getting cocky.
Okay. Let's take a good look around, Mon.
Yeah.
She looks cute playing.
Oh my goodness! To think that someone was actually killed here!
You've never seen a dead body before, have you?
I didn't say that.
So you have been in a similar situation?
Once, yes. They made us sign a paper saying we couldn't talk about it, and I'm doing that. I don't like to reminisce about that horrible train ride anyway. Oh no, I've slipped up.
That's all right, miss. I think I know what train journey you mean.
It's like death is on our trail these days, although it's a terrible thing to say.
Calm yourself, Miss Fay. With Sunny Featherland on the case, it won't happen again.
Really? Oh, that's good to hear. Although that's what they said about the other two detectives. But I can't talk about this anymore.
Okay, I get it. And, I respect that.
Thank you.
It's amazing how much money they put into these sets.
Yeah. Whole teams work on them, often for weeks or months. It's really amazing.
But what's the point?
Well, maybe these epic productions are a little over the top, but, you know, these pictures give a lot of animals purpose and hope.
Or maybe these pictures are just blinding them to what's in front of their eyes.
Maybe. But is that so wrong?
Cluck. I don't know. Sometimes I guess it's better to numb reality.
The truth is somewhere between the two extremes, Chief.
Yeah, you're right.
They seem to go from here to the set.
Yeah, the tracks are heading toward the dressing rooms.
This could be where he was attacked.
Pretty good bet. It's amazing how much money they put into these...
Yeah.
But what's...
Well, maybe these...
Or maybe these...
Maybe.
Cluck.
The truth is somewhere...
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with.
Better not go in there.
I'm happy to oblige.
If one of these collapsed, it could crush someone.
Do you think they could make it look like an accident?
Exactly. But I'm guessing they didn't care.
Or they were trying to send a message.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my beak. I'd like to have a good look around first.
I've always wondered what goes on behind the scenes. You know how these epic movies are made?
The way I see it, with blood and sweat.
Sonny, don't be so tasteless.
Okay, you're right.
Is that blood?
Or ketchup. Most likely blood.
Looks like he fell here.
Yeah, he spilled some blood, got up, and walked on. Looks like he was struck here.
Maybe he leaned on this before running for the dressing rooms.
Yeah, maybe. So, he was attacked from behind.
But he made it to the back alive, to the dressing rooms.
Exactly. So they didn't want him dead right away.
It would have been quite dramatic here in the middle of the set.
A worthy message. But they didn't. There has to be a reason.
Oh, dear Percy.
So, what's next?
Well, there's nothing left to do but look at the body.
May the great wild ones have mercy on us.
Let's go. Of course, he has his own projector in his dressing room. He probably watches himself on it. El Woof. Jeez, what a terrible film. Gives me the creeps. It's not natural to use fake fur. Just clothes. Everything all right, big guy?
Now do you believe me? Now you can swallow your cynical remarks. I hope they're stuck in your throat.
Okay, I deserved that. Just calm down. We need a clear head and your help.
Really? You mean my help? Help with what?
You may know a lot of things that are insignificant to you, but they're important to us, Cassidy. So please, don't panic and help us out.
Okay, Monica, of course. I'll do what I can. Your voice always calmed me down.
Stop that.
Right. For the love of the wild ones, it really is him. Percy.
The resemblance is uncanny indeed. Do you think they thought it was you?
I don't know. Maybe, or maybe I'm gonna puke.
He's got something in his hand.
Are you going to touch it?
Don't worry, I'm wearing gloves. I always wear gloves.
I don't know if I've ever seen you without them.
Maybe one day, Sweet Beak, you might get lucky.
Are you really chatting over a dead body? What is wrong with you two?
Calm down, will you? We're just getting a good look at the scene.
Yeah, professionally. So, what do you see, Boss Bird?
It's some kind of note. Maybe a letter.
Remarkable observation, Detective.
No, I'm definitely going to throw up my lunch. For the love of the wild ones.
I'll just take one as evidence.
Sonny,
What?
I saw you. Put it back.
Yes, Mother. Can you tell me what this is?
Some kind of voodoo thing? I have no idea. I've never seen it before in my life. Wait, are you telling me you found this weird thingy here?
That's right. So are you absolutely sure you've never seen it before?
Do I look like the kind of man who'd play with something like this?
Well, then the killer left it here.
It's a message.
What does the box itself say?
I don't think the box itself is the message, or maybe just part of it. But this box is also a toy and an instrument.
Do you think it has to be solved?
Maybe, but, I don't know. I've never been good at that sort of thing. I'm tone deaf.
Oh, give me that. I'll take it.
Okay, Mon. The glory's all yours.
Success.
So, what is it?
Honestly, I've never seen anything like it.
Neither have I, but it must be important if it was hidden in there.
It could be. Or maybe they're trying to throw us off the trail.
That's possible, but we'll never know until we find out what this thing is.
Yeah.
How can you handle this? In this
You get used to it. Believe me, it's
horrible. I imagine your soul must be so dead and colorless. I feel more and more sorry for you.
And I love you more and more, sweetheart.
Do you? Oh, that's sweet.
Why wasn't Percy at the premiere?
Well, as awful as it sounds, the doubles are not real actors. They're not usually invited to these events.
Not even the parties? I've heard that they have some wild bashes after the premieres. By the end, even the police are invited.
Percy was not like that. He avoided the limelight. I'm not surprised he was here when this all happened.
What do you mean?
Percy was a dreamer. He wanted to be me, a great actor. He was probably trying on my clothes and imagining he was me when he was attacked.
I see. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, Detective. Oh, this is so awful. Farewell message. I told you they were going to kill me.
Sincerely, M.
Hmm. Meredith H. Marble.
Not a terrible guess, but I don't think so.
Well, it's obvious. Mick. Mongrel Mick. Can't be anything else. Son of a bitch won't even...
What makes you think it's him?
Philmar, what the cluck are you doing here?
Yeah, I just saw you two running away. Of course, I followed you.
This is a police matter. Sorry, you can't be at the crime scene.
Aw, come on, cut the crap, Sonny. Just let me help you. So what's up? What do you got?
Another bird brain might actually do some good.
All right. Mick is the head of the Golden Fang. Am I right?
Everyone knows that.
Even me.
They've been camped out in the middle of the HIVE lately.
I knew that too.
Do you know where?
Nobody knows that.
Nobody so far. But I've got a hunch.
And? What's that got to do with anything?
Mr. Lupus was going to have his face on a product in which the Golden Fang has a big stake, a product owned by Mick's former boss.
Feathery hell. M-E-A-T?
Exactly. I'm beginning to understand why it was so important to have this cheap meat substitute promoted by a face everyone knows.
And who's a loyal friend of the king.
That's the elephant in the room.
Or rather, Wolf.
Furry heavens, don't get me involved.
It's a good theory, but still just a theory, right? This bloody letter with the monograms. Very little to go on.
Wait, what? Ah, for cluck's sake.
What do you think, Boss Bird?
I didn't take the threat seriously, and now look. We got a dead body. Blood Boil's gonna chew my drumsticks.
It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up over it. Everyone was focused on the premiere, and this poor guy was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It's no coincidence he was here. The guy was set up. That's part of the message.
Well, it's pretty drastic for a message.
But why do I get the feeling that this is all just a diversion?
Because it probably is. But what are they trying to distract us from?
Good question. I think we should show him something. Next time, but not now. Have you ever seen anything like this, Phil?
As a matter of fact, I have. I've had a bit too much to drink, though, so the letters are all over the place.
Come on, this is important.
All right, okay. So, I've seen something like it before. It's kind of a writing.
Can you read it?
Me? Nah, it's not just any writing, Sonny. It's insect writing.
Okay. Can you translate it?
Only an insect can read it.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, hang on, darling. You're not very familiar with the Hive, so you may not know, but this kind of writing is no longer used.
Well, no. Cluck you. So we need to find an insect who's either old enough or, well...
At least that's the route I...
Thanks, Phil.
Hey, Sonny.
Yeah?
You sure you want to go down this road? This whole thing looks like a game of cat and mouse to me. In fact, it smells more like a trap.
I can't help it, Phil. A friend of mine's dead, and Marty's in the middle of it. I'm not gonna let that happen to him, too.
Well, then watch your back, darling. So,
When did you get so sensitive?
me? I didn't. But Monica would be heartbroken if anything happened to you.
Hey, that's not true.
Really? What about the wolf, hotshot? Isn't it your job?
Good question. But I don't think he's in danger.
They just killed his double.
That's just it. If they wanted him dead, they could have killed him, too. But if you're so worried about it, you look after him until Blood Boil and the others arrive.
What do you take me for? A babysitter?
A good-hearted hawk, deep inside. Oh, and by the way, are you following me?
Okay, I get it. You convinced me.
Sometimes I think it's just boredom that makes you act so mysteriously.
Maybe it is, but maybe I'm hiding some secrets.
Sure. See you around, darling.
Will do, chicken lips.
Maybe later. I'm
Now what? So what's up
now. I take you home.
How?
No, I mean you're gonna take me to Marty's.
Are you kidding me, Sonny? That's not how it works. I want to help you, and I will.
And I adore you for it, Mom, but you can't. I gotta do this alone. I mean, me and Marty.
You think you can just whistle and I'll jump anytime, and then when you don't need me anymore, you drop me?
What? No, hon. I just don't want you to get hurt. That's all. Just trust me.
I'll take you to Marty, but promise me you'll come down to the station and tell me what you got done all this. Okay?
I will, hon.
Good.
Sonny. First Lewis, then Mon. You had to join classifieds.
Marty, come on.
Hey, Marty. Don't worry, I'll be on my way. That's all the rooster ever needed me for.
Gee, Mon, you're not mad at me, are you?
Hey, what's the matter? What's happening? What's the gossip?
I'll tell you in the car. Okay, Marty, what did you find out?
Well, it's not good news.
Come on, spit it out.
I know where the factory is. If that's where Mick's hiding, we can bust him.
That is good news.
It should be. But they're guarding it like a fortress. Barbed wire, watchtowers, everything you can imagine. Those bastards don't even hide the fact that that's not just a factory, but the headquarters of a criminal gang.
They're confident. It's our fault. We should let them alone.
You mean the instinct for the gang?
The whole segregation act. It's almost like it was because of the factory.
Nah, even the Gold Fang clan isn't that powerful.
Not by themselves, Marty. But we need to find out what's on this paper. I'll be damned if the two things are connected. So, young fella, both roads lead you to rush down. But we're going in the hive.
Hey, title drop.
What?
Nothing.
So, you asked around.
The Fang was the most revealing. And when I mentioned that we found one of these, would immediately shut up. I don't know, it's like there's clan spies on every corner.
Because they are. They're deeply embedded in the fabric of the hive.
No wonder. Zero police presence. Basically, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but not for long.
That's the spirit.
Listen, buddy, I'm sorry you weren't at the premiere.
No, Sonny. At first, I thought I was going to be sorry too. But it felt good to leave that place.
How come?
You left everything to me. Even your car. While you were suffering, I know that party was really painful for you. So that felt good.
Come on, give me a break.
No, I'm serious. That meant a lot to me.
Okay. Don't get all sentimental. We got work to do.
Yeah, right.
By the way, the movie sucked.
What? No, you're just saying that.
So, how did it go with Laura?
You know, it could have been worse.
That's not very encouraging.
I guess we're staying together for now, but I have to change.
But why? You're perfect.
Yeah, but I don't think Laura can keep up with this life.
You being a chicken policeman?
We're here now in the dead of night.
But it doesn't have to be this way, Marty. You can always say no.
I know, Boss Bird, but, you know, I don't want you to kill yourself.
Hey,
What do you think I've been doing for over a decade? Protecting your ass.
all right, let's just drop it. Hope you took care of the car.
I've never been so careful of anything in my life, Sonny.
Good.
Although I'm surprised I made it here alive.
Well, a lady like that, you gotta know how to handle her.
Well, speaking of handling ladies, I'll be going. Glad I could help, boys. Take care of
Thanks, Mon. You know, we're in your debt for life. I mean that.
Well, maybe you can buy me a cup of coffee someday, if you make it through the night.
I'll try.
Ooh, that's cute.
Shut up, Marty.
So what's up? Where to next?
We need to get back to the hive. But first, we need to gather our thoughts.
Well, there's much to unravel, that's for sure.
Someone has threatened Mr. Cassidy Lupus, the famous movie star. The threat was based on photographic evidence of the wolf having a romp with a famous writer. Filmar says the message was written in some kind of ancient insect writing, which could have something to do with the disappearance of the bodies and Frank. The insect writing and the disappearance of Frank's body. Are these two things really connected, or am I chasing ghosts? Either way, all roads lead to the Hive. As we slowly left downtown Clawville, and the ominous outlines of the Hive's buildings began to appear, a kind of panic took over. "Turn back," screamed a voice in my skull. I knew I was going to need an insanely strong cup of coffee before we crossed the border into Roachtown. Luckily, Zip's coffee shop was right on the border, like a last beacon on a raging sea. I gotta have a coffee, otherwise I won't survive the night.
Rough one, huh? It must be awful mingling with so many rich and famous people.
Guess what? It really was. And that movie.
Was it really that bad? But I still want to see it.
Trust me, you don't want to do that.
There's no justice in the wilds.
There sure ain't. Hey, kid.
Here it is, the brand new Clawville Chronicle.
Yeah, we know. Tell me, do you stand here often?
I stand in a lot of places, sir. The news has to go everywhere. Here's the Clawville Chronicle!
Fellas, stop yelling, kid. Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Do you also take a newspaper to the Hive?
No, sir. I mean, not since
Last time?
the last time I took a paper to the Hive, sir. An ugly fella made me eat it. All of it. It was quite a lot, and hot off the press.
Made you eat it? What ugly fellow?
An ugly monkey, sir. I don't know what kind, but it was a monkey for sure. I should know. I'm always being taken for a monkey. Well, I'm not. Anyway, he was well-dressed, and one of his teeth was gold.
Golden Tooth, that's Mick.
I don't know, sir. He didn't say his name. He just told me to eat that filth. Luckily, I only had 5 papers on me, but he and his bodyguards watched me eat all of them. They were fresh, sir. The ink was barely dried on them.
What a mongrel.
Yes, sir. But then he let me go, so I don't mind. And I didn't eat anything that day anyway, so...
Were you welcome at the Hive back then?
Very much, sir. The insect folk were always kind to me. They were glad to finally hear from the outside world, you know. The Chronicle was the only Clawville paper that reached them. Thanks to Pip.
Pip?
That would be me, sir. Messy Pip, at your service.
I see. And tell me, Messy Pip, who do you work for?
The master of all papers, sir. Mr. Mullen, of course.
You mean Hercule Mullen?
The one and only, sir.
Huh, an old acquaintance. Tell me, where can we find him?
He's inside having a cup of coffee and talking to Uncle Zip.
Uncle Zip, huh? That's new. Okay, thanks, kid. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Yes, sir. I hope not to, sir. Mysterious disappearances in the Hive! Are the police totally helpless?
Hey, Pip, tell me, are you cold?
Cold, sir?
You look a little underdressed for this time of year.
I'm not cold, sir. All that shouting keeps me warm enough.
Well, I guess.
And Mr. Mullen always brings me a hot chocolate from the cafe.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Indeed it is. Here's the latest chronicle. Don't leave it out.
Well, the bird of death has appeared.
Good to see you too, Trash Panda.
Barkeep, your best coffee over here right away.
Oh, hey, you're here too. Hooray.
You see, nothing changes.
Only you're looking more and more like shit.
I missed you too, Fuzzball.
It's so nice to see old friends reunited, ain't it, boys?
Hey, Mullen, how's it going?
Still alive. No more, no less.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And what brings you to, oh, wait, let me guess. A coffee menu with double information and a good dose of personal opinion, huh?
Just a fact steak. Rare, no seasoning, maybe a little salt.
Well, you guys really don't change.
Maybe it's the fact that the world happens to be collapsing around us.
Well, at least we'll be here to see the end, huh? A restaurant at the end of the universe.
You boys really deserve each other. It's so uplifting to be around you.
Sorry, old man, you're absolutely right. So, 2 coffees, Zip, black and bitter.
Like your life, huh, sonny boy?
It's beyond repair.
Ain't that the truth?
How's it going round here, Zip?
Eh, nothing much. Times are tough, you know. Folks try not to eat each other, just the usual.
And the Hive? We have some business there.
Suicidal tendencies, huh? I always took you for the type. I'm surprised you've lasted this long.
Don't be a goat, Zip. This is serious.
Your mother's a goat.
Get a room, you guys.
So what do you know about the power dynamics in the Hive?
Yeah, well, there's been some major changes lately, especially with the Hive's underworld affairs.
Oh, yeah? Go on.
I'm just wondering, what's in it for me?
Same old tune, huh?
I'm running a business here, okay? And in a miserable place like this, a simple favor's worth more than a bar of gold.
And you already know what you want, don't you?
You always saw right through me, Sonny. It's like we're brothers.
Feathery gods, please don't say that.
So? It's about my tail. Someone stole it.
What?
Clucking hell. We need a coffee for this.
Or 2. Here they come.
So, new place, new Zip, huh?
You know, buddy, there was something that opened my eyes. Or a someone, to be more precise.
A someone, huh? A lady, someone maybe?
It's always about a lady.
Tell me about it.
So, you got your head messed up?
More like my heart, but it's gone now. Still, it helped me realize the past is past. We must move on. I had you thinking, huh?
I was just thinking about what kind of coffee to have.
I'm wasting my breath here, ain't I?
Yep.
So what do you know about this MEAT?
It's a meat substitute. The cheapest and yet the best one. It crushed the competition like it wasn't even there.
And the new factory?
The old textile factory was converted into this new plant. And it's huge. So big, you can be sure it's not just producing for the city.
They're going for world domination?
With a product like this, they'd be stupid not to. They can't make it as fast as it sells.
And the king? What does he say about this?
Nothing. Or maybe his paw's also involved. Who knows?
Well, we have to get a can of this. I want to know exactly what's in it.
I got one right here. You want a sample? 5 Clovillian bucks.
What? But Zip, this is public interest. It's a police matter.
If you have a warrant, you can seize it. Otherwise, $5. You want it or not, cheapskate?
You're such a piece of crap, Zip. Here you go.
Thanks, my man. Here's your can.
Where'd you get the new name for the place?
You mean Zip's Cafe? Is it that hard to figure it out?
I mean, what was wrong with the old one?
You know, Sonny, I took this place over as Hop Dog. But as long as it had that name, it never felt my own.
Now it's all yours.
It may seem funny, but it meant a lot to me. It helped me change.
You know what? I'm happy for you. I really am. In fact, I almost envy you.
You should do the same too, rusty old cock. A nice little change.
As a matter of fact, I'm going on a round-the-world trip soon.
Here we go again.
Somehow, I can't picture you in a straw hat. But you know what? I'm rooting for you.
You see, Marty, somebody believes in me.
That's not what I said.
And the slogan, we serve everyone. What exactly do you mean?
I mean, really, we serve anyone.
So, even insects?
Well done, detective. Of course, I can't write "we serve insects" because some crazy anti-bug activist will burn the place down. But anyone who needs gets the point.
Very clever and commendable.
And brave.
Or naive.
Thanks. Not you, Sonny.
We visited the famous Queen of the Hive, Zip. What do you know about her?
Mostly what the insects and the animals that come here gossip about. All kinds of contradictory tales. More like legends.
She's quite an otherworldly woman, that's for sure.
From what I've heard, she's a lot like my dear Mama. And Mama always said, respect all women, son, because you never know which one is a witch.
A witch? You're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Wicked spellcasters and potion makers. She'll throw a curse at you if you don't behave, and then 7 years of bad luck for you.
And you believe in that stuff?
It's not a question of whether I believe or not, boys. Mama told me, and what Mama says is sacred.
Amen.
Amen indeed. So, somebody stole your tail? Really?
It's a tough world out here, Sonny.
Uh-huh. What did you do this time?
I think I got into a fight with the worst kind of gangster.
Mongrel Mick? The head of the Golden Fang clan?
No other, my feathery friend.
So you managed to get in a beef with him, of all people.
Yup, and my only tail took the hit. I hear he's been wearing it as a tie sometimes. I don't know if it's true, but it makes me sick. I just want my tail back, you know. It's a family heirloom.
Don't worry, Zip. We'll get your tail back.
What?
That would be terrific, boys. You'd have my eternal gratitude.
Marty, why?
It's our job, Sonny. We investigate, search, and protect.
Nobody ever said that.
I'm saying it now.
Just bring it back to me, and I'll tell you all about the gang's undercover business. Every shady little detail you want to know, I swear.
Okay, but if we get into any trouble over this, I'm gonna pull your feathers out one by one, Marty.
Relax, old man. It'll be fine.
That's it. See, Sonny? That's the spirit you lack.
And that's why I'm still alive.
Life's for cowards. To infinity and beyond.
Hey, Uncle Mullen, how you doing? You still in the newspaper business?
Well, somebody's got to deliver the news, lads. Unbiased, impartial.
Can you still do that?
Well, it's getting harder for sure, but let's not talk about an old beaver. How about you, me boys?
Monty got so drunk, Laura threw him out of the house.
Well, Sonny's mixed up in some shady business again, and he's trying to get us killed in the hive.
Well, you two deserve each other.
Yeah, right? That's what I keep telling him.
But the hive, now isn't that a dangerous place for cops these days? Since the Segregation Act and all.
We just have to take that risk.
I see you're in a heroic mood, sonny boy. Good for you.
The trembling voice of a damsel in distress can work wonders.
Ah, then I understand everything. Oh, that went so well the last time, did it not?
Shut up, both of you. What do you think of the Segregation Act?
What do I think? Well, the law spits in the very face of what the whole city was supposed to stand for. Diversity, coexistence, tolerance. You know the story.
So?
You know, boys. Clawville's been at war with Stavonia for centuries. A silent war, spy war, in fact, a ghost war.
A Cold War.
Cold War?
Yeah, because, you know, Stavonia's a cold country.
Oh, yes, that's true.
But where do the Stavonians enter the picture?
What do you think the big peace negotiations are for?
I guess they got tired of war, huh?
Even you're not that stupid, Martin, my son. Stavonia's perfectly happy with this whole scandal with the insects. If there are riots, even better. The peace talks are just a cover to put the enemy to sleep, so when the system completely rots from within...
Boom.
Yeah, boom! They can attack. The king is fighting internal strife. Half the city is in flames, and no one will be prepared for an invasion by an enemy we're supposed to be making peace with. Isn't it wonderful?
No, I don't know, Uncle. It's a bit like...
A conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Pluck me. It's clean as your snow-white feathers, you big goose, and that's the problem.
Meaning?
It's so clear, so simple, so obvious that nobody wants to believe it, you see? And that's going to be our undoing.
So you think the king is being influenced from outside, and that's why he enacted the Segregation Act? And while he's distracted by the peace talks, they'll invade the city?
Exactly. See, you still got your bird brain in place, sonny boy.
Well, thanks for the warning, old beaver. I'm not even joking. You really got me cogitating.
Well, that's a big word coming from you.
What do you make of the recent riots?
You know, Sonny, it's about time the insect folk got their act together. You boys at the police station ain't doing anything. Sorry about that, but somebody's got to do something because those miserable bugs are going to end up eating each other in there. And I mean, literally.
Sounds tough.
Because it is. What's in there is unsustainable. If there is no one to maintain order, order will come. But who will be in charge of this new order?
The criminals. The gangs.
As you say. And the insects will drown in misery, being exploited, no one hearing their cries for help. So, yes, there was a great need for riots, and in my bones, I feel like the worst is yet to come. One big all-out uprising.
I didn't know you were such an insect rights activist, you eager beaver.
Insect rights, my ass. I just can't stand injustice and the privileged few oppressing the unfortunate masses. I just can't stomach it, and I come from such a litter.
Yeah, the best kind, Pops. Never change.
I'm not planning to do that.
Hey, old fella, you still shuffling the cards?
You mean the Clawville wild cards? Sure I am, sonny boy. You in the mood for a good shakedown?
Sonny's the real deal on this one. You know, drunks usually are. I mean, ex-drunks, of course.
Yeah.
Ha ha! So, shall we?
No thanks. Maybe another time.
Good for me. I'll be here.
Like dust on a tape.
You got it, son.
What's the matter with you, old man?
Nothing really, sonny boy. Sometimes I feel like I'm not even part of this world anymore. I'm no longer an active participant, just observing from afar.
And that works for you?
It feels quite liberating, to be honest. I feel like I don't have to take responsibility for the things of the wilderness anymore. I can't influence them anyway.
That sounds depressing.
It all depends on how you look at it, Martin. I see the bright side. You like the movies, don't you?
The movies? I love them.
For me, Clawville is like a movie. Things happen, quite scary and amazing things, but somehow in the end they don't affect me. When the show is over, I go home to my dear Desiree, drink a hot tea and think no more about it.
It's not a bad concept, but...
It works for me, but that's the privilege of getting old. You fellas have your say in the affairs of the world. Don't let others decide for you.
Huh. Sonny never lets that happen.
That's true.
Good for you, lads.
I see you have some help lately.
Ah, you mean Pip. Yes, he's the son of a close friend of mine who I'm, how shall I say, helping out a bit.
That's nice of you. But don't you think it's a bit of a rough job at his age?
That's what I told him too, but the kid's adamant. If he gets a grip on something, he won't let go. With the trauma he's been through, no wonder he wants to distract himself with something.
Trauma?
His mother died about a year ago of Grassmore fever. His father followed just a few months later. He asked me to take care of the kid and not let him end up in an orphanage. And here I am with another kid. Who'd have thought I'd be a father again? Ain't life's little twists of fate, right?
How's Desiree?
She can tolerate me, mostly. And as you know, Sonny, this Pip boy, no matter how strange the poor thing is, has breathed new life into her. And me too. It gives us less time to grow old.
That's good to hear. Seems like everyone around me is starting to have a new life. Everyone but me.
Maybe you should do the same, son. Maybe the world wants to send you a message.
Yeah, maybe.
That's your problem, Sonny. You just drift instead of forging your own destiny.
Well, I think I'll drift a little more before I start forging.
Just don't drift until it's too late to start again, son.
Thanks, Paps. I'll keep that in mind.
Do that.
Tell me, are you still doing shit?
What? Me? I'm different now.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I...
Look around, old bird. this?
Yeah, sure.
So, the chicken...
Ah, just a quick...
Oh, yeah.
This'll be the last one.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, Pip, you got any news?
Does the king have a new mistress? The crown denies...
Furry hell, Marty. Don't encourage him. He'll...
El Wolf premieres tonight. But what are the chicken police doing?
Wait, what?
Here's the new issue, sirs.
What do you mean, what are the chicken police doing at the event?
I don't write the news, sir. I just deliver it.
Stop shouting, will ya?
You hear that, Sonny?
And there's a mole at the station. You know what's what all the time, huh?
I don't read the papers, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir. But that's all right, sir.
That's for sure.
The Clawville Chronicle.
Let's see, how about no?
What about this? What's with the chicken scratches?
So you've never seen one of these?
Actually, I have. It's some old insect writing, I think. Someone used to scribble these on my wall. It didn't make much sense because most insects don't even know that language anymore.
Do you know anyone who can read it?
I don't think so, but I have a guess who you should show it to.
Who?
8 limbs, otherworldly voice, blood-curdling looks, and implacable manners.
The Queen? Cluck, we barely made it out of there alive. Any other ideas?
Who knows how old that witch is? 100 or more? If anybody knows anything about old writings, it's her.
Yeah, maybe we'll try.
You're welcome. But order something or I'll throw you out of here.
Okay, I can...
Make it 2, bartender.
Wow, where did you find this? Maybe in...
Does it look familiar?
I even had a book with similar writing, and my dear wife Desiree knew a few words in that language, although the writing didn't look exactly like this.
You mean this could have been manipulated somehow?
I don't know, I'm not a writing expert, but anything's possible. I think they used codes like this in the wall.
They did? Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Pops.
No problem, boys. But don't go yet. I've got a new beaver joke if you're interested.
Oh, no.
Sure, Uncle. Hit me.
So, I gave my assistant a to-do list, but he only did jobs 1, 3, and 5. Turns out, he only does odd jobs.
Oh, jeez, help me.
I love it. Hope you never run out of them, old beaver.
I wish my wife shared your enthusiasm, Martin.
We had a little trip into the Hive, old beaver. How can I say?
Not a heartwarming experience, am I right? I remember when it was a real buzzing, lively place. Wonderful people, fantastic food. That too, Martin. I know you spent half your teenage years there. That too, Martin. I know you spent half...
I used to love hanging around the Honeyfall Tower and getting into trouble with the boys.
Well, these are different times now. We've spoiled everything for the future.
Hey, you're not supposed to be so ominous, Pops.
All is not lost. Even I know...
We'll make sure there's still...
Yeah, I know, sonny boy.
See? That's what I always...